Hello and welcome to the Portland VA Healthy Teaching Kitchen. My name is Jessica Martini and I'm a registered dietitian. And today we're going to make a seasonal apple cinnamon oatmeal to get you started on those cool mornings. And we're going to use the microwave, so it really only takes a couple minutes. So the first thing you need is a microwave safe bowl. Sometimes I like to use a big mug, so you can just eat it out of the mug. We have a microwave safe bowl here and a microwave safe mug here. Both of them do not have any metal on them. So make sure there's no little metal designs on the bowl that you're using. So we're going to use the mug, and I'm going to take one medium apple that's all chopped up and cored. You can use any kind of apple. It can be red apple, green apple, just whatever your taste preference is. So this is about one apple. I might use a little bit less so that it fits in my mug. And then we're going to use some oats, and these are plain oats and no sweetener. So we're just going to sprinkle that in there, and this is about half of a cup. So one medium apple, half of a cup of oats. And then you're going to use about half of a cup of low-fat milk. And if you don't do dairy milk, you can use almond milk or hemp milk or rice milk or whatever you would like. But we're just going to pour that in. And then we're going to add a little bit of water. And this water just adds a little bit more moisture. And you can add more later too if you need to, if it becomes out too thick. And we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon to taste. So about a half to 1 teaspoon. You know what, I don't really measure it, but you can just kind of sprinkle it in there. And you can stir it up a little bit. And if you would like to add some sweetener, you can add some sweetener. Today I'm going to use maple syrup because that's what I like, but you can use honey, you can use agave, whatever you would like. And again, adjust it to your taste preferences or your health preferences if you're watching your carbohydrates for diabetes or any other reason. So 1 to 2 teaspoons of sweetener is all you need. Mix it up. We have some nuts to put on after the fact. The walnuts will go on after. So it's about 2 tablespoons of walnuts, which is 1 serving of nuts. You can use almonds, you can use pecans, you can use whatever you would like, but these are just plain nuts, so just not salted or sweetened or anything like that. Okay, so now it's time to put it in the microwave. So we'll put it in the microwave for about 2 or 3 minutes. You want to stop it halfway, mix it up again, and you're just going to want to heat it until it's bubbly and thicker. So we'll start with about a minute. I'll stir it, and then we can put it in for another minute or so. Okay, it's done. So it looks a lot thicker than when it started. And so some of that milk in the water has been absorbed. And we're going to stir it up. I cooked it for about 2 minutes, but each microwave is a little bit different, so you might need to do it for 3. Just remember to stop and stir it occasionally. So now we can add the nuts. So I'm going to sprinkle those on top. Give it a little stir again. All right, and then if you do it in a mug, you have a handy little handle, and you can go cozy up with your favorite blanket and book and your oatmeal. So let's talk a little bit about some benefits of breakfast. I know a lot of people have a hard time getting breakfast, but eating something in the morning, within a couple hours of waking up can really help you avoid getting over hungry later in the day. So it helps avoid overeating at the next meal. If you have just a little something, it doesn't have to be breakfast foods, it doesn't have to be a full meal, but just a little snack or something in the morning. Also, your brain runs on carbohydrates, and all the cells in your body need fuel for the day. So breakfast, again, whether it's a traditional breakfast food or not, just having something provides energy so you can go about your daily tasks and all of your daily adventures. And finally, again, something small that has a little bit of protein and fiber. This is carbohydrates from the oats. It has some protein from the oats and also from the nuts, and it has a lot of fiber from the apples and the oats and the nuts as well. So something with a little bit of protein and fiber can also help stabilize your blood sugar. Again, you need a little bit of fuel so you're not running on empty. because if you're running on empty, then you might get low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. So there's a lot of reasons to have something in the morning within a couple hours of waking up at least. And this is a nice quick option if you have trouble planning something or making a full meal. So for an overnight option, for even less effort, you can put all the ingredients except for the nuts in a container and cover it and put it in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. And then when you're ready to eat it, you can eat it cold with sprinkling the nuts on top, or you can heat it up in the microwave first and then you can sprinkle the nuts on top. So some people like to get everything ready, the night before, so it's even easier to have the breakfast in the morning. This can be a breakfast, it can also be a snack, or you can use it as a dessert. So thank you for joining me today.